There was once this video which I managed to see on Instagram Reels, and I know you might be saying to me, "Oh, bruv, he's saying to know to watch short form content, but he's watching it anyway." First of all, what you have to realize is that I only watch it for 2 to 5 minutes. Because of how busy my entire schedule is, I cannot afford time to watch some meaningless short form content for longer periods of time. Because there's a very big difference between watching it for only 5 minutes versus you, who probably scrolls for 3 hours straight throughout his entire day. So don't start telling me, oh, that I'm doing this wrong, that I'm doing that wrong. First of all, you need to put the scripture into mind that goes along the words that says, do not say to a person that he has a scab in his eye. Meanwhile, you have an entire log lodged into your eye. So first of all, check your own mistakes before you start judging other people. And I know I got a little bit off topic here, but pretty much what I saw in that video is that there was a guy who asked ChatGPT this one question, which goes along the lines of, if you were the devil, what would you do to not make me become the best version of myself? And to be honest, after watching this video and analyzing the information myself, I realized that this video could be used as perfect instruction how to fight against Satan's temptations. Because everything that was mentioned on that AI's description is the same thing what Satan is also using towards yourself. The first thing what the AI said is that what it would do is that it would make your life extremely comfortable. And I know you might be asking, like, comfortable in what matter, in what sense? By comfortable on that matter means that it will try to put you in as much comfort as possible. As much comfort as possible. Like, everything is fine. Just continue resting. And when we look at the world nowadays, we can especially see right now in the 21st century that the modern world is extremely easy. We live in genuinely extremely comfortable times, my friend. Looking at the difference between the other periods of life, other centuries where people genuinely had to fight to get that level of comfort. Nowadays, you could just get it on a single device, which even I am right now using to record this video. Things like TikTok, weed, alcohol, drugs, pornography, all of these things at the tip of your fingertips. The second thing which the AI wrote is that it would remove the sense of urgency, and it would install fear and doubt in your life to avoid you even doing it in the first place. For example, whether you want to start a business, he's going to install doubts and fear that, what if you're going to lose? What if you're not going to succeed? What if this? What if that? First of all, you are guaranteed to lose. You are guaranteed to receive losses. You are guaranteed to fail in business. You're guaranteed to fail in the self-improvement journey. You're guaranteed to experience failure, but there's a huge caveat to this. While you experience a lot of failure in the self-improvement journey, you're still doing progress. There is a reason why even all these gurus on the internet say failure is a win. And it genuinely is, because when you fail, that is advice from the Lord. That is a sign from the Lord that you should be doing better next time. That you should avoid doing this, that you should avoid doing that. Oh, bro, my business failed. All right, good. That's a win. Now I'll have some business experience and some marketing experience. That's nothing bad in failing, because the only time when you lose, when you genuinely lose in this journey, is when you give up. And that's where the sense of urgency comes in. So all of those who are watching this video, I know you don't have a sense of urgency in your life. So you know what? Let me give you one very quickly. You are in your teenage years, or even in your early 20s. Let me tell you that you have two options in your life, friend. You either suffer now and do this miserable trench now and then enjoy the best fruits that life could possibly offer, and you're financially free and you can do whatever you want and you can provide for generations on end. You're free, you can do anything you want until your lives end. Or you either enjoy life now, stay broke, stay in these addictions, stay submissive to the world, and then work at a job which you don't like for 40 years of your life. Your wife hates you because you can't provide for her properly. Your kids hate you because you can't spend time with them, because you're always at your work. Your health is declining, but you can't pay the hospital bills. And it's all because of the fact that you had no sense of urgency, that you simply did not care about this thing. Well, guess what? Your entire bloodline, your parents, your future relatives are depending on you. They are depending on you, whether you're going to be their provider or their downfall. Because I can tell you this, God will take you away from that position. He will shatter your opportunities if you don't obey him. Look at countless verses in the Bible. For example, I think his name was King Solomon. He obeyed the Lord. He obeyed God, and look where he was. He improved his country, and he made Israel prosper. He always made the right decisions because he was humble to God's will. But the moment when he started stepping out of line, and he started doing it by his own will, immediately he lost his position and God enthroned somebody else. So this is also something you should keep in mind. And the third thing which the AI wrote is that it would try its best to surround that specific person in an atmosphere which would make him weak, submissive, lazy, and pathetic. Now I know you're gonna ask me, like, what kind of atmosphere? The atmosphere which I'm talking about is what you live in. And that is by your environment. It can be also said in the second word, which is your environment. Because let me tell you this, if you're gonna surround yourself around alcohol or around atmospheres where it's easily obtainable, you are gonna be an alcoholic. You are gonna be one. If you're gonna surround yourself around alcoholic friends, an alcoholic atmosphere, an atmosphere where alcohol is so easy to obtain, where it's like water to you, you're gonna be an alcoholic. And this is what the tempter is also doing every single day of your life without even realizing it. All the videos you watch on TikTok, the media you see on TV, on the internet, it's all specifically his handicraft. The clubs you go to, the so-called friends you go around with, that's all an atmosphere which Satan has created to keep you as pathetic and lazy and weak and miserable as possible. So now that we discussed a huge amount of the things what Satan is using, the reason why I'm saying the word huge is because there's obviously a lot more ways and tactics Satan uses to deceive you. But overall, these were the three main important things. The three main important tactics which Satan is extremely used to using them for long amounts of times. And for those who have reached the end, I know you're going to ask me the question of, all right, this is messed up. How do I change? And there are generally two good answers to this. One is you simply need to do all of these things, except you need to do the opposite of them. You need to do the opposite of them. By the opposite of them is that I mean, when we go to the environment, when Satan is trying to make a bad atmosphere around you, how about you try to change that atmosphere for your good, for your benefit? How about you make an atmosphere where you can work more, where you can become spiritually closer to God? How about you make an atmosphere where you can become a better person, the best version of yourself? Make an atmosphere which forces your body to do nothing else but improve. Make an atmosphere in which your body has no other choice but to improve. No other choice but to improve, or either just sit down and do nothing. Or for example, the no sense of urgency which I mentioned. It's very simple. Get a very good reason why you're doing it, and get some sense of urgency on the reasons why you're doing this, and get some sense of urgency of that you don't have much time to do this. And finally, the second way on how you can beat it is you simply need to surrender to Christ. You simply need to surrender to Christ. There is a reason why in his word, Jesus specifically mentioned, "Come all to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For as my yoke is easy and my burden is light." By surrendering to Christ, you will allow Christ to transform you to becoming the true best version of yourself there possibly could become. Because I can tell you, when I didn't surrender to Christ, my life was genuinely chaotic. It was empty. It was chaotic. I didn't know where to go in life. I lived in misery. I lived in a depressive atmosphere. I always had to fight Satan alone, in which you already know the results were not good. The moment when I surrendered to Christ, I can tell you that my life has changed exponentially. And it's not just only my life. For example, Ryan Trahan, who surrendered to Christ as well, he was empty, now he isn't. Or for example, Chandler from Mr. Beast. Look at how much his life has changed. You already see in his Instagram videos how peaceful he is because of Christ. Christ is the embodiment of peace and love, and he is willing to give you that peace. He is willing to give you strength. He is willing to give you knowledge. He's willing to give you weaponry against Satan's attacks, because worldly weapons cannot defeat spiritual weapons. You can only fight spiritual weapons with more spiritual weapons. So keep these things please in mind. Besides the point, I really thank you have watched this video till the end, and also if you like to, and I thank you very much for watching this video till the end. As a reward to reward you for watching this video till the end, let me tell you the fact that I have a brotherhood. I have a brotherhood. Wait. don't you dare click off this video. Let me explain. The main difference between all of these guru channels in which you just join and people just say hi to you and they don't remember you anymore in their lives, they just only care about themselves. This is a place where people care about you. Most importantly, I care about you as well. So much to the point where I am willing to give you one-to-one mentorship in business, fitness, faith, anything you need completely for free, zero of charge, because I want to create warriors, not people who will be rinsed out of their money and people who will walk the streets who desperately search for answers. This is a place where I want you to change. And if you're interested in joining a community like this, click that first link in the description. I really hope I will see you there, brother. Besides the point, you can also like and subscribe to support this ministry. Comment down below if you support my opinions or not. And besides the point, thank you all for watching this video, and I see you guys on our crusade and tomorrow. Jesus loves you.